Hi, everybody.
Morning.
Morning world.
Welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange, the Bell's Corners edition on this fine June 15th. And hopefully you had a great weekend. We're going to kind of go through the Phoenix website. And Tony, if you just activate that share piece.
Yes,
sir. I appreciate it. And scroll us down. All right, member of the week is Norm Boyer.
Hey!
Member of the week is Norm Boyer. His e-card is on the red button there that says e-card, and a little video about what he does. So he does home maintenance and repairs, small projects, and he's a wealth of knowledge. He's got a long tenure and long in the tooth in doing this type of work. Scroll down again for us, Tony. And there are the 4 chapter meetings that are coming up. Monday morning, that's today, although we're in person, typically we're 8 to 9 Eastern, Bell's Corners. Click on that. Wednesday, East End is 8 to 9, and Thursday, 8 to 9 for the South End group. And then on the June 30th, we have an after hours group hosted by Penny Lee Prebo. She will provide basically for members to stay accountable to their particular events. We also have any upcoming member events. If you scroll down a bit more, Tony, thank you. Upcoming member events are like, anybody's got a special event that's being hosted and so forth. And then we have the Canada Growth Network, and today is Dennis Powers, who's coming in. He's from Cheeky Monkey, he's out from BC, and he's talking about, he's actually focusing on non-for-profits and charities, but they provide service across North America. And then we have East Trade Winds, which is tomorrow, 8 to 9 Eastern. Both Canada Growth and East Trade Winds are free to attend. Erica Lair is going to be at East Trade Winds, and she is a fractional COO out of the U.S. And she'll be talking about how to keep your business up and going. And let's see, Bell's Corners Ad Hive, that's today at 7:30, and then QR directory for all members is the other button. Business conducted between members since 2016 was over 5 million, and year to date is about $25,500 year to date since January 2026. And with that said, we're gonna close off. Oh yeah, you know what? Hang on, Tony. Before I do that, Canada Food Cover. We have a golf tournament coming up. It's $175. It's going to be through St. Louis Bar and Grill, the Innovation Drive restaurant, and they have a bus running from there, or you can meet, and we're playing at Greensmere Golf Course on August 14th. That's Friday, August 14th, 10:30 is tee off, 18 holes, and a bite to eat afterwards, and a bite on the course. And with that, Tony, we'll swing out of this mix. Thank you, sir. And we did not discuss doing an educational minute yet, but you know what? Are you ready for an ad hoc quick moment of advice for a 1 minute piece of advice you can give to our folks that are watching and listening?
So yeah, maybe I can mention. Nowadays we're hearing a lot about impact of the AI to everybody and everything across any industries. And no matter what you do, I think it's very important to at least get yourself educated of what is possibility, because there's a perception of AI that feels it's a replacement of people's jobs, but it should be also looked at from another perspective as a new tool that can improve productivity and help your lives as well. Suggestion to get on YouTube and watch a couple of videos and understand yourself how you can take advantage of the AI to help your life. And it doesn't matter if you're retired or you're a student, literally across all the age groups, they can benefit from it. So advice is to just open your eyes and try to learn something new, because it is there, and it is here to stay, so it won't change. So that's a quick advice, top of my head.
No, but thank you so much, and I appreciate it. It's always good to do ad lib on the spot. So we're going to do a quick intro as to who's here today. I'm going to start off with Kat, and then swing over to Carolee, and go from there. Kat, what's happening in your referrals or business activity meetings?
No, I don't think I have anything right now.
Okay.
So, sorry, I can't help you with that. So right now, what I'm encouraging people to do is to back up their social media. So a lot of you will have Facebook or you'll have LinkedIn, but what you probably haven't done is gone in and backed up all your contacts. And the reason for doing that is if you do something or the platform does something and the account disappears, you still have a list of all your contacts, so you can basically recreate. But not only that, it gives you names that you can put out to, like if you've got a new product or service, you can email people and you can connect with people that you know. So my advice this week is go into your Facebook, go into your LinkedIn, back it up. If you don't know how to do that, please feel free to reach out to me and I can help you to do that. And basically make sure you have all your data safe and secure. Thank you, Bernie.
Kat, where are you located?
Down the road.
Don't say
Down the
home.
road
Don't
across
say
the
home.
pond.
Well, close, I was going to say from my house. In Scotland, in the UK.
Kat, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Carolee, are you available?
She's probably
Probably not.
yeah.
So, you know what, Yovan? Why don't you give an introduction to folks so they know who Yovan is, other than, knowledgeable on AI? Oh,
So Carolee is back.
Carolee,
So
yay.
Carolee,
ladies first, please.
give it a quick intro. Any bands or referrals, man?
Oh, good morning, everyone. My name is Carolee Wiley. I'm the Executive Director of the Canada Food Cupboard. So we are the local food bank that covers the community of Canada. And it's nice to see everyone this morning.
Anything happening in the last week or two, or any upcoming events?
Oh, we sure do. Thank you for asking, Bernie. With regards to, we've got a busy week we're headed into a busy week, I should say. We've got lots of activities. It's started with tomorrow night, Tuesday night. We've got a fundraising event, Comedy in Canada. It's sold out, so that's wonderful. We've got 6 comedians performing here in Canada at the Ron Maslin Theatre. This event is a fundraiser not only for us, the Canada Food Cupboard, but also for another charity that's based out of this part of Ottawa, Perry Medico. So both us and Perry Medical are the recipient charities for that fundraiser. Then Wednesday night, we have our annual general meeting, taking care of all the business that's important for any charity. And then on Thursday night, we've got another lovely community event. So Bernie or Tony, if you're around and you would like to join, it's a street concert. So that's taking place on Thursday evening. It's at 7 p.m. at 36 Drainey Drive. And that neighborhood is in the Kitimavik area of Canada. The Grace Notes, so they're 4 lovely musicians. They perform lots of the oldies and the classics, and bring your lawn chairs. And at that event, they're also collecting both food donations and monetary donations for the Canada Food Cupboard. So hopefully the rain will cooperate on Thursday evening and we'll have another lovely outdoor event. So thank you all.
Carol, well, you're not going to hold a UFC fight on the front lawn of the White House, too, at the same time?
No, we'll leave that for those people down there.
Who would be fighting in Canada?
That's right, that's right. Carolee, thank you so much. Tony, over to you, sir.
Hi, everybody. Tony Jennings. I'm from Higher Self. It's a company. I started that company almost over 20 years ago. And we mainly give readings. I'm a medium, clairvoyant. I'm a teacher. I'm a master teacher. I was actually teaching yesterday the first of its kind. There was a special way that we tune people. We called it the way Canadians tune. And it was an international event. We had people from Scotland, we had people from Europe, Australia, and all over the States and Canada on basically a new way to be able to teach and to tune people through tuning forks, how to be able to take someone that's overwhelmed and bring them down to a place where it just within 1 hour, where they're able to make more sense of their lives, and it brings up their vibration so they become happier quicker. So that was really, really good, because it gives them a new tool on how to be able to use their tuning forks in a different way. These are students that are pretty much all over the place that can really do it. So as a teacher, I teach you how to do that. So one of the things that I've seen is that when somebody has a high vibration, they're always in that mode where things are optimistic. Optimistic is not just positive thinking, it's just the way you live. Positive thinking, if you just look at it that way, it's like something goes wrong and it's like, okay, now I gotta think of what is the silver lining in something. But when you live it, it's just that it doesn't bother you at all. Like Sam, he's probably a great example. Anything that goes sideways for him, he just rolls with it, and then so his energy is fantastic. So in that way, so we're trying to get people's energy very similar to, even Carol Lee, Sam. So they're all in that they can roll with the punches. And that's the idea, but doing it energetically. So if you're looking for a reading, somebody that's going through a tough time, I can pretty much turn that around within 1 to 2 sessions maximum. It's the worst business model, but it's a great way to be able to get people to a very calm state quickly. All right, Tony Jennis, higher self. We are here to raise your spirits. And I did business with. Well, we're here at Hive. Obviously, that's good for Yovan. Great facility, by the way. Anybody that is looking at looking at people that are here and be able to find a good venue. This is a great place. The food is great, and ongoing business with Eric Senego, with Josh. I got a hold of him, and I sent him a referral actually from one of my suppliers in Pennsylvania. So hopefully they'll get together and he'll do some business there. And I also sent some business to Eric Senego and Wendy Chung to list a home. A person was very ready. The last experience they had with their realtor was not good, and it was Wendy's turn. So I usually go back and forth. So it's this way, when the referral comes up, just to spread the wealth a little bit. Last time it was Kelly, and now it was Wendy's turn. So yeah, Wendy's gonna just list that. So all the work is done, all she has to do is show up. So it's good to do it that way. So that's it for me.
Tony, thank you so much. Yovan.
Thank you. Yes, my name is Jovan Strika. I'm associated with the Hive, but also Elastalink when we were providing IT and telecom services. And we've been on Hive looking last few months and introducing something called corporate directory. Not very kind of interesting, maybe a name there, but attend is, I think, what really matters. We're seeing a lot of businesses and individuals providing services locally, and this being challenged how they can reach the right people. And where you see Google and other methods where you need to pay for ads, or usually you don't show up on top of the list, having a challenge connecting to the people who are in need of their services. I remember before Groupon, probably some of you already use this, try to address that problem by introducing the discounts for the local services. But that did not really came up perfectly as a lot of merchants, a lot of businesses really had to heavily discount their services. So we're looking a little bit of all of this and saying, how we can create within the Hive site a place where somebody can post what they do and explain as much as, from a paragraph to maybe a full video introduction, what actually they do and provide. And then we're looking to add this matchmaking algorithms where if you're local and you're looking for somebody, let's say somebody to help you with your cars, then it will be able to find individuals and businesses locally, and not only be able to find them and introduce them, but also potentially be able to meet them and have that personal connection, which is another aspect that we see a lot of businesses are missing that. So part of this is what we're looking in the gathering members to for event. We did not choose yet days and how often, but the idea was to introduce something called the member spotlight, where people can meet each other before they engage in transactions and really bridge that gap for the local businesses. So that's something that we've been working on. We had a few sessions already. Werner was also involved last week. We're looking what is the right way to introduce that, and I'm hoping that that can really help local businesses.
Jovan, thank you so much. And so Sam, how are you doing, sir? Over to you.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. I see we have two people that I'm not familiar with. Is a Jovan there? And the other gentleman, what's the other gentleman's name?
The other gentleman's Burkett Foster. He's presenting today.
Yeah, and they both have cars.
Foster. I'll hear more from him, I guess, then. Anyway, Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Let's see, dash cameras are my main thing. I installed them nice and neat to vehicles. No wires hanging down, connected so that the parking mode works when your car is off, and it protects your car and records in case of an accident or somebody hits and runs. Also do minor repairs in cars, oil changes, brake jobs, and other things, stereo installations, backup cameras. I did them on the weekend. Anyway, I don't do major engine work, but I do a lot of other minor repairs. Things gone on in the past. Let's see, last week Eric Sonego was here. I did an oil change for him, and I had put a stereo system in his car back about 5 years ago, and he had got a new phone and didn't know how to connect it, so of course I connected that to him, for him, so I'd say, get him going or not. And then on Saturday, Terry Wood, former Phoenix member, was here and put a new backup camera lens in his Santa Fe. If you have a backup camera and you put your car in reverse and you see nothing but fog, it's not the backup system, it's the lens, and it's usually caused by all the salt that we put on our roads in the wintertime, and it builds up and penetrates the lens seal and damages it. Anyway, that didn't take too long. He and I had it ready for him so he could go back and watch the Blue Jays game in the afternoon. Let's see, that's it for me. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of the vehicle, and much more.
Sam, way bashful. By the way, if the dealerships quoted me on my Kia Sorento, $800, $900 to do the brakes. Sam did them, and they still work, by the way, for under $600. And then the Nissan Altima, which is a whole other story. And again, same deal. It got cheaper. So for the brake side. So, and yeah, it's a matter of getting out to Orleans, but Sam does great work. So Sam, thank you so much. My name is Bernie. Creative Insight is kind of the core element. knackforbusiness.com is the podcast channel. If you go blog.knackforbusiness.com, you can actually see the most latest chats. In fact, our guest speaker is on there. Has been on Knack for Business 3 times, and he's located here in the Ottawa area. Band-wise, or business activity meeting-wise, met with Jovan and Layla on Friday, so we had a really good long conversation about some of the new services, and there's a whole bunch of new things that are coming up that might benefit small, medium businesses, whether you're a solopreneur or you have a crew of people that are working for you. So more to come on that. That's going to be Jovan's thunder when it comes time. Let's see, East Trade Winds. Tony was there last week, as was, I believe, Carl. And yeah, so it's going well. Come to those events. Those are Canada Growth Network this afternoon. Has got Dennis Powers, and so he's an interesting conversation, and then Eric will air tomorrow at East Trade Winds. So for you to attend. Now, without much more ado, I'm going to turn the chat over to Burkett Foster, who's been running this company for a fair bit of time, and he's a knowledgeable soul, and he services the Ottawa Valley, including Ottawa. And I'm not going to take any of his thunder away, because that's his job. Burkett, the helm's yours, sir.
Well, thank you. So I've been involved with Storm Internet since 2003, when myself and Charles Walther took it private out of the International Data Casting Company. Just basically have been a director since 2003. In 2019, my partner decided he wanted to retire. And so I arranged to buy him out, and the deal didn't close till March 2020. I sat with a room of people who said, "Oh my God, we've never seen a pandemic before. Are you sure you want to do this deal?" We'd pay them a lot of money to put all the accounting and legal stuff in place to do this. So I said, "Are you going to give me a do-over for free?" They said no, so I said, "We're going." So we went and took over the company, and in that process, we were able to upgrade 200 points of presence across the Ottawa Valley. If we could go to the Storm website for a moment and share that would be a good thing to do. So Storm is celebrating its 30th year in business right now. What we're doing actually is we're taking 300 people to a ball game because we like the Titans, where we've redone the whole stadium. We're working on a project which we call fiber-powered wireless, which is built for wireless in the countryside. And if we can go to residential and scroll way down on residential, see residential at the top? It's up
At the top?
Yep. And click on that. Just click on it again. No. And scroll way down. You have to click on it. You actually have to
Promotions?
No, residential.
Residential.
Residential, okay, yeah.
Press.
Okay, and go, down.
Down, down.
Down. So we resell Bell, Rogers, and Cogeco. We have wholesale agreements with them. But our primary thing that we do is wireless in the countryside. It costs about a third of putting in fiber. Keep going, you'll find out.
Oh, keep going, okay.
Yeah, and so what we have is different areas have different, keep going. There we are.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, click on the right-hand side, the little brackets in the right hand. There you go. Perfect. Now that'll pop that out. So we cover the Ottawa Valley. This the project we're currently working on is delivering very high-speed internet in the rural area in the white blobs there. So from Charlotte Lake area, so that's off the Maberly Tower. We're doing 9 towers, Almont, Carleton Place, Perth, Hughes, all those kinds of places are now magically getting, we could give a gig, but nobody actually needs a gig at home. People believe they do, but honestly they don't. 300 is the maximum. Why do I say 300 is the maximum you actually need? The reason is because if you are at home working or gaming or day trading, you can do that all with 300.
Yeah.
And then we offer.
If it gets to 300, yeah.
No, you will get 300.
Yeah, okay.
And you get 50 up. And 50 up means you can run 10 video conference calls at the same time. Nobody I know needs to run 10 video calls from home at the same time. So
10 video calls at the same
you need
time?
about 5 apiece.
Wow.
Unless you're running a 4K or an 8K camera. But for the most people, they use the standard cameras and they need 5 megs per camera. So, unless you have a group of OnlyFans rooms, there's no reason for you to need more than that. So anyway, so that's the area we're working on. We're putting in infrastructure for 3,400 people. We're on tower number 8 of 9. So we got our last tower to go in. We're just waiting on a few engineering pieces to do that. So when we go to help somebody out, whether they're business or residential, the first thing we look at is where are they located? And then based on that location, if you're inside our yellow boundaries, we're gonna offer you our wireless if we can. And then, secondary to that, we would look at Bell Rogers and Cogeco to see if they could supply you as well. We do have 48 kilometers of fiber in Clayton. People who live in the Almont area will know where Clayton is. We also have the fiber in the Vars Business Park, otherwise known as the 417 Business Park, which is up the east end of the city. We went there when Bell and Rogers wouldn't go. So we do have experience with delivering fiber. We use it in many of our projects. We have about 150 smart farms we've done. So we integrate the dairy or the sensors for reducing the amount of moisture in the grain. So all those kinds of things are part of what we're doing. So for commercial, we design a solution for you. Some of the solutions that we have include events. So we've been instrumental in helping Blues Fest and Kempo Live, to name a couple of music places. But we're also doing things with like the International Plowing Match. We've done that a couple of times. We have a portable tower which is 110 feet tall, and we put that in the grounds, and then we can actually connect to other places.
So is that what these areas are, Birkin?
Each of those areas are actually different speeds. In general, in general, we know we can do 5.1, but we're upgrading the whole network. So a lot of the network now is 2510, but is moving to 300 down and 50 up. So we are, you'd have to scroll down.
Does that mean 2510? Sorry.
So 25 megs down and 10 up.
Oh, okay.
But if you scroll down on that little bar that's on that side, yeah, there you go. So 300 down and 50 up, and we have a one.
Oh, that's most of it.
Yeah, all that area is getting that as a treatment, and it's an experiment. We have other areas we're looking at to rinse and repeat our experience. Trees do get in the way still, but less so. We've got a non-line of sight where we actually penetrated through 4 kilometers of trees. So basically what Storm does is it delivers the internet you need where you need it, even though you are in the countryside. And in the city, we can deliver DSL, cable, fiber, and we do a great job on supporting all of that. So you get the 3-minute call rather than the 2-hour on music on hold call if you do have an issue. So that's kind of one of the important pieces. So this week is special because it's our 30th anniversary week for Storm. So we are actually taking 300 people to the ball game on Saturday, and we're having a local little barbecue for people who are friends and family of Storm on Friday. So we're taking Friday to meet and greet, and 5 of the original team are going to come in and just to visit and say hi.
Oh,
yeah. So it's a fun week for that. And that's what we do. So, our job is to deliver the internet you want, and we are definitely trying to upgrade and improve our network everywhere, and we want more people to know Storm exists, and we'll bring you the internet you need at a reasonable price. Plus, if you're a business, we'll do your access points inside your building to make sure that in your warehouse, we work around all that steel that you have.
Yeah.
Right? So you can actually use your barcoding machines. And we also will do cameras. Those are the 2 major things that we do for businesses. We have
surveillance
so at a construction site, they use it for occupational health and safety, and also to prevent theft. In a restaurant, they use it to gather evidence in case somebody falls and trips. And because they want to actually have a video of what happened. So we're in 189 different industries. So we deliver for all kinds of different industries: auto dealerships, tire dealerships, people from restaurants, people from just straight business where they have an office and they want to have the access points to, because it turns out that the professional grade access points can allow you to have 250 simultaneous conversations going on, rather than it's advertised as 256, but only 16 of them can be live at the same time when you actually read all the fine print. So part of this is to get the right access point for that particular situation, because if you think about it, people have smartwatches, they have tablets, they have laptops. There's a lot of internet-connected devices. In fact, your dishwasher can fight with your refrigerator. There's lots of different things that you can do with internet. And what we're trying to do is deliver what people actually need and give them the right internet for their business or their residents. So that's basically what we've been doing for 30 years. We should have a fun time helping people out over the next while, because we're doing massive upgrades. 3,400 people will be on our new network, and they're going to get absolutely rock solid 300 down if that's what they contract for.
Yeah. As I said, I mentioned to you before we started, about 20 years ago, we had a home. We used Storm at the time, and it was the only thing out there. We couldn't get anything hardlined in because we were out in Ashton.
Yep.
And there was just nothing, So,
and since then,
because the trees were so high, we couldn't get the internet, so they had to put in another tower, or put in well, not a tower, but they put something on top of the house.
A pole on top.
Yeah, the pole.
Yeah, so what you find is an arborist could be your best friend. They can help you with modeling the trees so that it's easier to get to. But, the
other thing is, to find one that was sort of the line of sight was better.
Yeah, and the non-line of sight is there now too. So it totally depends. It is location dependent, unfortunately, but that's what it is. And we know we can get through 4 kilometers of trees in some places.
Farming must be pretty easy because it's pretty much open area, open fields, so they should get pretty good.
But we connect all the barns and the tool shed and the 2 houses that they have. And then we make it a private network for everybody, and we hook in all the devices that they have. And if it's dairy, then it's the milkers and the feeders and cameras for the birthing pens. And then we make those so that they can actually look at them from wherever they are. We do herd management where we have herds from 6 cows to 2,000 cows with the RFID tags on the ears, so they know where the cow is and which cow was fooling around with which cow. Well, they need to know for because the offspring, they need to know, which one of the bulls sired this one.
Don, you mentioned 20 years ago.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember, but how you heard about a storm?
We were with Storm at the time.
How you find out?
Well, then it was okay, but we had a lot of drop calls, to be honest. And I was on the internet, not as much as now, but it was just difficult. It was spotty. As soon as it rained, we didn't have any phone or anything.
You're on 900 megahertz.
But now it's significantly better.
So
but we were lucky to get, at the time, 5, maybe 10 megs, and we didn't even get that at times.
What I was wondering is how you heard about a storm initially to call them and ask for service.
Well, as soon as you look around or call anybody, even Bell, he says, we don't do that area. Call Storm.
Oh, okay.
So your competitors that mostly sent us
to that's why I was wondering.
So
is it
neighbor,
is it maybe an ad or a referral, as in your case? So that's.
And we sold our house in 2007, and we noticed that from 2003 or so, it was generally getting a little better, and by 2007, it was much better. So it was obvious that we were doing something that
we're upgrading
all the time,
So the technology we delivered back in 2003 is not the technology we're delivering today.
So that's
in fact, even the router, many people make the mistake of thinking that the internet's the problem when it's really their router, and their router could actually be first of all, old, which means that it no longer gets performance and security patches. And the second thing is the router's competing on 1, 2, or 3 frequencies. It's competing against all the neighborhood. So if you have people nearby, especially in an apartment building, you're competing with everybody else. There's things you can do to make things better. They range from putting yourself on 5 if you can, because there's more channels. There's only 3 on 2.4. This is all the technical stuff that's behind it. But you can also set, for most routers, you can also set the MAC addresses that you're willing to accept. And that means that it drops any conversations from a MAC address it doesn't have in the list, which means that none of your neighbors could be sitting there going, polling and looking for a better internet. They don't actually have control over that. That's automatically happening because of their device looking for.
Because it's looking for anything on the network, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this way, those conversations would just be thrown away, so now it's just your devices. Does mean you have to find the MAC addresses for them, but we help people with that.
Yeah, I had a Mac at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So a MAC address, by the way, is for folks, is a machine address. So every device has a MAC address. Your phone, your computer,
Your smartwatch.
your smartwatch, your smart glass, your solar glass. So, Burkett, if you're inside the city, how do your rates compare to Bell Rogers or the Cogeco space? And I must add a caveat. So if you're in business mode, if you didn't catch it, what Burkett does, he custom fits it for you. But if you're not and you're in residential mode,
it's competitive. We are competitive. We're a reseller, so we buy wholesale, and there is a markup because we have to pay for the lights. And but yeah, we're competitive on that. And the biggest thing is our customer support. You've got a situation where you're probably less than 3 minutes before you're talking to a real person who lives in the area. They could be from. I know we have people in Morrisburg. I know we have people in Lanark, Almont, Iroquois, Chesterville. So we have people, Finch. So we have people that are actually know where Carlton Place is.
Yeah, in Delhi, they don't know where Carlton Place is.
That's true.
I really want to highlight this because this is often neglected when people are looking for the internet service provider. They're focusing on a speed and the price, and that's pretty much what drives initial decision with who you will be signing up service. What almost everybody neglects is that customer service aspect. When you look at the difference that can be maybe $5, $10, $15 between the different packages per month, which can be a coffee and a muffin price, you are compromising potentially quality of your connections, and especially if you are sitting in a cottage and expecting to work and join a conference calls, and you have a problem, you end up calling Bell or Rogers or Cogeco. You're facing a situation that, on a queue, problem will not be solved. Maybe they will eventually come in, but then it's too late. You might be not in cottage anymore. So having a fast response customer service, again, it's depends on $5 to $10 difference. It's not making a huge difference for the quality you get. And unfortunately, a lot of customers only see that when they commit to the contract. When that's too late to break, you're now locked for a year, and then when you understand how bad a customer service is, it's too late. So I think that a lot of providers, especially when it comes to the wireless service, they're smaller, focused, care about a community, are not really promoting that aspect as much as they should. And I want to highlight that as a part of something that we'll talk more about how you really educate people of importance of this and demonstrate that. So that's definitely one of the differentiators.
Thank you.
I was also told, and I don't know how, I didn't realize until today that you're also in the city. I thought you specialize mostly in the country, rural areas. And so when being in Canada, I never thought of Storm because I was thinking, well, we're not in the
We
the
have,
boonies anymore.
yeah, we have lots of customers in the Canada area.
Do you? Oh, gee.
So both
I don't
business
like
and,
working
both business
with
and res,
Rogers or Bell.
both business and res.
I thought I didn't have a choice.
And
you
we
know?
own over 250 towers. That map represents 250 plus towers out there. And that's how we deliver the signal.
Okay.
So the difference is that in the area where you displayed earlier with the map,
Yeah.
it's the network that Storm built, putting their own towers and their own connectivity, means they don't depend from somebody else.
But if
They
you have your
build
own
that.
towers, you're not wholesaling, that's your tower.
Exactly.
And you're going off that, so
Correct.
you're saying you're wholesaling if you're right in the city and the towers are already in.
And sometimes in the urban areas of the rural. So in this inside Almont, for instance, we might be selling Rogers to somebody because that's what's really convenient.
Oh, okay, oh, I see.
Although we do have, like, the Almont paramedics are all on our wireless stuff.
The challenge is that a lot of large providers, Bell, Rogers, etc., you could come up and have a retail offer cost less than wholesale price.
Yes.
And that put us in a really difficult situation. There was a lot of complaints to CRTC about how unethical that is. But they're trying to create this discounted special to lock you in, and it's sometimes lower than our wholesale price. So often we might not be competitive when we resell service from larger providers. But then again,
That's
you know,
temporary, and watch your bill.
yeah.
What's your what?
Watch your bill.
Your bill.
Your bill will go up and up and up over the
You know
next
how
6 months.
many stories of million people who suddenly got a new invoice that is 30 or 50 or 100 times more than previous month because there was a small print sent in an invoice 3 months ago that nobody noticed saying, well, your promo is expiring and you're going to the regular price.
Yep.
And when you try to then fight this, usually you need to pay the penalty or they overcharge you for previous months while it's discount. Many other tricks that larger carriers are trying to lock people in, and that's what we're facing on an everyday basis.
Yeah, who looks at the bill?
Nobody, exactly, and they know that very
And if
well.
you do, like, it's so complicated,
Right.
they can segregate it all down, and it's really difficult to
So
figure it out.
from a personal experience side, I was with Bell, and then Rogers knocked on the door, had a great promo, and then the person from Bell said, well, why didn't you call us when you have a problem with your router? I said, why didn't you pick up on it? Right? So much to Burkett's point, you know, so they're going, well, you should have called us. Yes, you should have called me. You should have called me, not me calling you.
Exactly.
Right.
And when you cancel, then you might get a call
That's it.
from, well,
Yeah,
we will give you this
customer
and that,
retention.
come back.
So
Exactly.
I also I took my current deal with Rogers right now. It doesn't behoove me to flip over. However, that said, when that deal ends, Rogers is not gonna knock on my door. Say, hey, we got a deal for you, right? So it's cost effective for me to flip over. If I already have fiber brought into the building, I already have cable brought into my building, the hard part's already been done. So it's just a matter of changing horses. The cart's there. So I'm just,
Saddle is there,
Yes.
change the horse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for businesses, we actually monitor for them. So we'll actually monitor their entire connection. And we monitor each of our towers. Anytime it gets to about the 80% mark, we put it on a list and keep monitoring it. And if it keeps staying at that level, we'll look at boosting the actual availability for that particular tower. So we do a lot of that for both for the companies and for our own infrastructure.
Perfect. Jacqueline, hey, welcome. Do you want to do it, Jacqueline? Oh, sorry, what's that?
You guys are good. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so 8 o'clock is a great day. So is 7:30. 7:30 is even better while I'm doing my headstand. Not a problem. Much appreciate that. So when I came out of my headstand, I thought I better check in and see what's happening with Phoenix. And here I am. So it's so good to see you, Storm. I once upon a time I worked in the hotel business, and your office was at 350 Spark Street.
True, it was the only place that had fiber in downtown Ottawa at the time.
Yep. Yep.
And so, yeah, the Delta block, office
got it.
block, that's,
Yeah.
yep. And Le Quadrille was downstairs.
Yeah. It's crazy. Small world, right?
Yep, for sure.
So what I get to say today is I'm recovering from the Women's Wisdoms Weekend. I was one of the guest speakers. It was extraordinary to have yourself surrounded by women who think along the same lines and want to open up doors for all. And so coming out of that, we understood that there are so many services that we offer, and we had no idea until we opened our mouth, took a deep breath, lifted our shoulders, took them back, released them down, and said, how can I help you? It was an extraordinary conference. We're going to do it again next year, and I hope to be another guest speaker again. So when I'm looking for strategies for your mortgage money, I am forever your mortgage honey. So your breakfast looks great, so I think I need to find myself some of that.
Exactly, thank you. Sam, you had a question?
Yes, I do. Thank you for your presentation there, Burkett. I'd never heard of storm.ca, so I've been busy working on my phone here, trying to find out more about you. I have a question when it comes to possibly your competition. The name Starlink, are they a competitor for you, or are they not in the area?
They're absolutely in the area. They don't leave any money in Canada, so I have an objection to that. I think that people should pay taxes here and not take the money in Ireland, which is where they clear their money, which means they're not leaving anything for roads or schools. And they're certainly not going to come and help you with the Elmont Fair, which we do. And we help with probably a dozen fairs over the course of the summer. By providing internet so people can use their point of sale at the fair and things like that. The other thing is Elon has now raised all his prices because he went public last week. The trillionaire took some money off the table. It's important for people to understand that there's no sovereignty if you go through the Starlink connection. I think that the government will probably pass something that says that any government data needs to have sovereignty, and therefore you can't use Starlink from home. I think that will happen.
Storm is also certified Starlink installer. One of the rares that can actually perform that if somebody decides and needs the help locally because they will not send somebody from US to install your dish. So very familiar with the service, as I might add, right?
No, it's not added yet.
It's not added yet.
No,
okay.
They've asked us if we will, because we have professionals that handle inventory, know about segregated inventory, and understand how to do we've done 9,000 J-mounts, which is basically what they use to put the dishes up. The answer is we're already busy doing 3,400 installs.
Okay.
So we're trying to stay focused on that. They have come back to us from both California and Texas asking us if we would do it. So far, we haven't decided whether it's a good business proposition.
And I know government of Ontario is breaking the contract with Starlink. I don't know what the status right now is on that. But,
they ripped up the contract. It was political theater. But it also meant that they had to actually run another program called the Very Last Premises program. And so that's part of what we're doing.
I see, okay.
Yeah, so we're doing the Very Last Premises piece, which is terrestrial wireless. It has nothing to do with satellites at this point. And unfortunately, Telsat will not deliver for about another 3 years, so we won't have a Canadian solution for a while.
Okay.
So I think just
did that answer your questions?
Thank you. Yeah, maybe I do have one follow-up question, if I may. I know I was trying to look on the map there because I live on the east side of town in Orleans. Do you guys service this area?
We often use Rogers or Bell in that area. We do have some towers that would reach some areas in there, but we haven't done the main areas. I actually like those, the Brigill towers at the end of 10th line. That would be probably a good place for us to try and get a place. Just overlooking Petrie, there's 2 new towers going up there. And we're tempted by seeing what we could actually deliver wirelessly. Because there are a number of people that are tired of working with the big guys.
Sam, are you looking for wireless or cable or direct feed?
For us here, it's internet and TV. That's what we use.
Yeah, so we resell TV, so you storm.ca/TV, you'll find it. And we also have VoIP. So if somebody wants voice over IP, we also have that available.
Price comparisons, whereabouts are?
For TV, we clean up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. If you have a Shaw or Bell dish for TV, you are paying way too much money. They're just starting to realize that. But yeah,
We're starting to realize they're making a lot of money.
well, they're starting to realize that there are competitive options.
Right.
So, yeah, but we've been doing that for a while and it goes really well. We have different kinds of packages, including pick your own.
By the way, Stone has fleet trucks to do all the installation and visits.
Yeah.
So that might be something that Sam can help with when it comes to the car side and maintenance. I don't know what currently you have in
So do
place.
you have a Bell dish there, Sam? You got a...
No, we're going to go on fiber, but we never did. We're connected to Rogers right now.
Okay, so cable through some...
I guess it would be DSL. Is that the term? DSL?
No, it's cable. With
cable.
Rogers, you're either cable or you're fiber with Rogers. That's the two options they have.
Okay, honestly, I don't know which we are, but
It's magic, don't worry.
Yeah.
You have a wire coming
It's
into
a
your
wire that
house.
comes into the house.
Yeah, it's wired.
You have a cable coming into your house, like cable TV, the typical black wire coming in, right? And fiber is a little thinner, but at the end of the day,
Fiber is a little thinner. I love it. I have to use this in the marketing. Would you like a little bit thinner connection?
Yeah.
I love it. That's
you're
great.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
Folks, thank you so much. I'm going to do a closing quote. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. And that's from Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, I like that. That was good.
Birgit,
enjoy your breakfast, whatever's left of it there, Tony. It's probably ice cold by now, but
Oh, it's okay.
I'll
I'll finish it after. It's all good. But so Carol Lee, just as a reminder, if you can let us know what those events, those are all great, and we'd like to mention it in the other groups as we're going through the calendar, right? So it would be good just to put that in. So it's this Thursday night, that open season, 7 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, I already submitted the form, so good to go.
Okay.
And it's sold out, so nobody
It's
else.
sold out. I'm gonna be sold out if it's a street concert.
No, tomorrow night, the comedy's sold out.
The comedy
concert's
sold out. How big is the street? The street.
Thank you, everyone.
have a great day.
Cheers.
By the way, Jacqueline, I could use a couple of more jars of your mortgage honey.
So you could use a couple of what from the mortgage honey?
A couple of more jars of your mortgage honey.
Well, we'll arrange that.
Yeah.
we're still live streaming, by the way.
Oh, right.